Hey guys, it's Sean and today's video is all about some activities you can do with your children that involve talking about fall, autumn, harvest time, and things like that. Now, normally I would just show you all the little activities I want to do with my son, but we're in the middle of doing our transportation unit study, and fall does begin on September 23rd, and we won't be finishing that unit study until the first week of October, so we'll be doing these activities kind of here and there, and then doing them more the first week of October before our Canadian Thanksgiving. So I just wanted to give you a quick couple of ideas. I just kind of wrote them down. So I'm just going to talk about language first, and you can use any types of fall, harvest, any kind of books to talk about that season. So I just have these little guided readers. So this one is I Love Fall, and these are like little simple little books with just a couple words on each page. And then there's this one, Fall Leaves, Harvest Time. And then I have this book from the Dollar Tree. It's Nighttime Babies, and just has a couple of animals that come out at nighttime. And these are animals that we do see here in Toronto, especially late September, early October. So just be reading that to my son. Then I have this one here. This is Stumper's Autumn Adventure. So cute little story. Now this one is The Secret Life of Squirrels. And this is kind of funny. It's just like, some cute pictures of a squirrel and doing some fun little activities. So it's a fun little book. And the last one I have is this book. It's called That's Not My Squirrel. And it's just a touch and fill book. Like it says, its paws are too rough, and then that's not my squirrel because his cheeks are too smooth. So just a fun little book. So those are just for some language, and like I said, you can use any kind of fall books that you have. So we're going to get into sensory. So I always like to do one activity for each of the five senses. So first one is taste. So an idea I had is tasting non-alcoholic cider, like apple cider or pear cider. Under smell, I have scented leaves. So the way to do this is you could just cut out leaf shapes or get those little leaves from the dollar store and just spray them with, even a little bit of body spray. Or another way I've seen it is using soaking them in like a jello, say strawberry jello, and then letting them dry, and then the next morning they smell like strawberries or cherry, whatever flavor you want to have them smell like. Under listening, we're going to be playing some different sounds on YouTube, just some animal noises like owl, wolves, bears, any kind of animals that are out in the woods basically. For sight, we have looking for pine cones, so we're just going to be going out, into our local little ravine area and just trying to find some pine cones. You can also look for acorns, different types of leaves, anything like that. Under touch, I'm going to be setting up a little sensory bin for my son and just have some acorns in there, and I'm going to mix it in with some hay, so he'll have to look through the hay to find the acorns. So under thinking skills, I have these little acorns that are alphabet acorns. I found them at Valley Village. They were missing most of the letters, but I do have some that have the uppercase and the lowercase. So I'll just quickly show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, we'll be using that as like a kind of a matching letter recognition game. So yeah, these are the little acorns that I have. So there's the uppercase C, and then on the lid of the acorn is the lowercase C. So I'll just get my son to match them like this. And like I said, I found these at Valley Village, so a lot of them didn't have the actual matches, but we'll just be using these. So that's for thinking skills. And then another one that you could do is doing a leaf shadow match. So you could either print something like this off the internet, or you can actually find leaves in like the woods and then photocopy them and then match the leaf to the photocopied shadow. So that's one. Another one is rolling a dice. So roll the dice, say to like 4, and then have like the leaves, like real leaves or ones from the dollar store, and just count them out as the number that's shown on the dice. So under science, I have examining acorns and pine cones under a microscope. So we do have a little microscope that I found at Once Upon a Child. So I'll just be giving my son some pine cones, acorns. You could do leaves, anything. If you don't have a microscope, you can also find actual magnifying glass at like a Dollar Tree and using that instead to look at the pine cones or acorns. For art, I have sticking leaves to MacTac. So what I'm talking about is that clear, kind of like shelf paper, but you can get a clearer version of it, and just sticking the leaves on it, and then hanging the sticky part to your like window and kind of making like a sun catcher out of it. So that's what we'll be doing. Under motor skills, I have stuffing old clothing to make like a scarecrow. So basically, I'll have my son's like old t-shirts and pants, and I'll just give him either some, scrunched up paper to reuse and just, make his own little scarecrow out of it. And then for practical life activities, I just have some like you could get a rake from, a lot of places like the dollar stores have little plastic rakes, and just get your children to help you around your property and, rake up the leaves. If you don't have leaves, like if you live somewhere where it's hot and there's no like actual trees that drop leaves, you could also just find little leaves even on, those fake flowers, cut those off, and then have your child rake those up as another idea. And then another one is doing like a sensory bin kind of, or if you actually have your own garden, this would come in handy. But and they can help you dig up the vegetables. But I'm just gonna be doing it with my son in one of those like I'll show you here like an IKEA bin there. So I'll just be filling that with dirt, and then we'll be going to the store and I'll be buying some carrots, onions, garlic, and potatoes and burying them in the dirt and having my son dig them out. We'll be talking about with like that book I showed about harvest time and how we dig up the vegetables. So anyways, I just wanted to share these little fall ideas I had with you to activities you could do with your children. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.